the great majority of species that have ever lived have gone extinct. And so statistically, it can't really be optimistic. If you think about why they went extinct, we possibly might have a better chance of surviving some of those things. We have the technology, to use the cliche. And so even something like the meteorite or comet that destroyed the dinosaurs, we're getting on to have the technology to actually divert such a projectile as its orbit converges on ours. And even if we didn't manage to do that, we have the technology to bury a few of us underground with a seed bank and things like that. So we might survive the sort of extinction event which the dinosaurs didn't.
And why do we care? Why do we care that this species carries on when we're dead?
I care about Shakespeare going on. I care about Beethoven and Mozart going on. I think it would be very sad if, as probably will happen actually, all trace of the beauty of what we've created and the science that we've achieved disappeared. I rather like the idea of sort of launching into space a kind of cosmic tombstone. With Carl Sagan did this with a sort of a little testament of what we've achieved, a little bit of art, a bit of music, a bit of science, so that although it's highly unlikely that any alien civilization will ever intercept it, the possibility is still there. There's still hope that we might not be totally forgotten.
Well, I love that story, the Golden Record story, which is Murmurs of Earth, which is a book by Carl Sagan and Andrian and Frank Drake, I think, is there. It's a beautiful story about the way they put together. What's the sampler tape? Because, of course, now we could send up it much smaller with far more, but it's a record, a golden record. Isn't that lovely bit where someone suggested putting 2 pieces by Bach, and Carl Sagan said, I think that will be showing off.
It wasn't Carl Sagan, but somebody said that, I think, yes.
Well, I've got hope because I know this guy who's been watching the chimps in the zoo for 6 years and they haven't changed yet into humans, but let's give it another 6. And I think they'll come up with something just as good as Bach.
You really want to climb in the cage one night, don't you, and surprise him. That will be the... I think that is a bit... That idea of what will be left behind is... Because I wonder about the idea of when people talk about life in the universe. The idea, though, of complex, curious life coinciding. In some ways it's beautiful, in some ways there's very melancholy. The idea that you'll either reach at a planet and go, oh, life's just started here, so we're a little bit early, or see the tombstones and go, oh, we just missed it. But there's still something kind of beautiful about it.
Oh, there is, yes. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think there's something beautiful about the fact that it's trillions and billions to one that it all started, that we're here at all, that this particular sperm out of 300 million made it to the egg. We are who we are. We've got 70 years to explore, have fun, do everything we can, and then we're going to be dispersed around the universe.